We are live!
Yes, we are
Hello!
live, guys.
Hello. Hello,
Wednesday
hello.
na this time.
It is Wednesday. We're back to Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
last week, we just moved it to a Thursday. So we are back, guys. Thank
Hello.
you so much, Ariane and Joseph. I missed you. I was away in the cottage. Now I'm back in the city.
Having a good time,
Refreshed,
huh? Having a good time.
refreshed, re energized, revitalized.
Wow.
That's what the cottage and the lake does to you, no? Ang
Yeah.
sarap. It's really so wonderful, right? But it is another beautiful day outside, and here we are. Oh my gosh, guys, it is our episode 39.
Yes.
39. And thank
Woohoo.
you. Thank you to Aryan and Joseph, for having this journey together, the three of
Mm.
us. 39 episodes. Can you imagine?
39 weeks.
Yes, 39. So now we are really going to talk about the ripple effect. How one decision can change everything.
Mm.
Yes.
Wow, that's deep, huh?
Yes,
How
it
one
is.
decision can change everything. So we have a great discussion today because, this is our episode 39, and we have already actually touched on so many subjects, right?
Mm.
About leadership, about integrity, about embracing change, about our personal growth, professional growth, our mindset, and the online business, technology, what is happening around the world. So, it is really so enriching. This experience has been very enriching for me,
Mm.
and I'm sure it is enriching for you both, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Ariel
absolutely.
and Joseph?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. So before we get started on this exciting topic we have today, we are going to introduce ourselves. Okay. So please go ahead, Ariane. Just introduce yourself.
Thank you, Coach. Hello, everybody. Happy episode 39. My name is Ariane, and I am an immigrant now based here in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. I'm originally from Manila, Philippines, and I came here in Canada in 2022 as a student and also while juggling multiple jobs as a cleaner, move-in coordinator, and concierge. I am a mom of two boys, so I'm a boy mom. And now I am an IT analyst and also doing this digital business on the side. So go ahead, Kuya Joseph.
Yeah, thank you, Coach, as well, for hosting this episode 39. So, my name is Joseph from Hamilton, Canada. I am a retired IT professional from the banking industry. I have two wonderful boys who are on their way in their career. I'm also a husband to my wife, of course. I'm originally from Manila, Philippines, migrated here with my siblings and my parents way back in the 1980s. But I'm also a financial coach through my career in the banking industry. I am self-taught on financial planning and retirement planning. At the same time, very active stock market and real estate investor. But what I'm very, very proud of is really where I met Coach Mildred and Ariane is becoming a digital entrepreneur. We met here in this digital business, and I am so grateful and happy to be part of this wonderful community. So back to you, Coach. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Ariane and Joseph, for your introduction. My name is Mildred, and I am currently in Toronto. I have been in Canada since 1992. So, I immigrated here with family from the Philippines. I'm actually from Cebu and Manila, Philippines. And, through the years, I've had so many careers. I was a flight attendant, traveled the world with our flagship airline. And then coming to Canada, of course, when you're a new immigrant, you have to start from wherever you can start. So I started in retail and backed my way up to the corporate world in human resources, in customer service, customer relations, call center, sales, marketing, and went back to my field in social work until I found this business, and which I do now full time. I was able to retire earlier, And actually, my background was social work, right? I am a solo parent to an adult son.
Mhm.
And do you know, it's our episode 39. I know you know, but maybe our audience doesn't know. You know, all three of us have boys. You have two boys, Arian, and you have two boys, Joseph, and I have a son. Boys, boy parents. And
Yes.
so thank you. And today I will be the host for today's episode 39. And we are talking about the ripple effect. So, how one decision can actually change everything, right? So, sometimes have you ever looked back at your life, right? And realized that one decision can actually change everything? Maybe it was the decision you made with confidence, right? Or maybe it was a decision you made while you were scared, you were uncertain about what it is going to be, and stepping into the unknown. The truth is, we often don't see the impact of our decisions and our choices right away. Sometimes,
Yes.
it creates a ripple effect
Yeah.
and affecting our future, our relationships, our opportunities, and even the people we inspire along the way. So, right now, before we get started, can you just say a little about yourself so at least people know your story, right? What really inspired you to be here right now? Just a quick story on how that ripple effect, just to get people to understand us where we are now. So let's start with Arian. Quick
Sige.
2 to 3 minute story about us.
Okay, coach. Wow. Like I grew up from, I guess, not really not really, I won't say it's a poor family, but we just get by. Like I lived with my aunts and uncles, like we are a close-knit family.
Mm,
Um,
Mhm.
back in the Philippines. And my parents were very strict. My parents were very strict. But I guess along the way, like they realized that they really have to let me go because I'm a kind of, at a certain point, I was kind of a black sheep of the family.
oh, I didn't know that. See?
You, you and I.
So,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, I was naughty too.
Yeah. See, the three of us.
I
Oh my
know.
god.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that, huh?
Yeah, so that was just a period of my time until they transferred me to a Catholic school. Yeah. And then that's I mean I had like I had a pretty exciting childhood. I did sports, those kind of things, music as well. I did voice lessons. And then I graduated the BS Computer Science in one of the biggest universities in Manila. And after that, like my parents would want me to be a nurse because it was the most popular job back then. But I said I don't think I'm for that profession, and so I moved to another university, and it was I mean the entrance exam was free, and I took it, and I got in, and I finished computer science. That's how I landed in technology. And after that, I landed a job in my dream company after
Mm-hmm.
several months in a call center company after graduation. So that's when my corporate life started. I was an IT programmer for an ERP programmer for more than 12 years in the Philippines. And then we moved here in Canada because of the pandemic. I think we had so many realizations back during the pandemic. And that's when we decided to come to Canada with the family. So now, how I got here is in this business is that I guess you will only understand if you are able to experience, having multiple jobs here in
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because if not, like it's hard for like if you have a full-time job, I guess you're good. I mean, you live good here in Canada because the government
Mm.
is kind of supportive to employees, right? But if you have multiple jobs, like just to get by, it's hard. It's hard. You won't have, especially if you're a parent, you won't have enough time for your kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when I found this business because I was looking for something that could that is more flexible, wherein I could earn income. And I knew that it was online. I knew that I can only find something that is flexible online. And so when I found this business and I saw the huge potential, um, my husband helped me out to invest in the business. And so that's why I'm here right now. So I'm really, really very proud of that. Very proud that I'm also a business owner now here in Canada.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ariane, for giving us more information about you that we also learned just now. Thank you. How about Joseph? Joseph.
Yeah, thank you, Coach. Thank you for that, Ari. I'm a black sheep, huh? Or I think we're all the same.
Oh my gosh. Meron din pagka. Konti.
Makulit. Matigas ang ulo.
Yes, yeah. It's like that was me when I was young. But anyway, so my story, yeah. So my parents and I migrated here in 1980. So I was about 12 years old. I was 12 years old. And I know for a fact that my dad did not like coming here. He didn't like change. My dad never liked change, but he did it
Mm,
anyway. After my mom
mhm,
convinced him, he did it anyway. So I know how hard it is for actually both of them to transition, migrate here in Canada because they had good jobs in the Philippines. Like Ariane, we're the same. We're not. I wouldn't say we're poor, but we were just living day by day, right? So I guess middle class, you can say. But during that time, it felt though is that my dad really did not want to go, but he still went because he did it for the kids, right?
mm, mhm.
And that
Yes.
that you can say principle in life, whatever, or that discipline carried me through my
Mm.
career. So I was 12 years
Wow.
old when I moved over here, and went through school and really worked very very hard to get my education, to get a good career, because
Mhm.
I knew how hard it is for my mom and dad to to migrate here, right? To transition. My mom actually had two jobs during that time. She had a full time job and she had a part time job just to make ends meet, right? My dad was working full time as well. So that by obviously by living with them for so long, I'm hearing them talking about life, money and stuff like that, and and having that transition very very difficult for them. I kind of us siblings really wanted to help out the whole family. So I got a good job. My after going to school, worked for 34 years in one company, which I'm very proud of. Then one day, I got a call from my doctor, and my doctor says,
Mm.
"I need," or he says, "You need to have a surgery, a major surgery, right away. Right? It's life and death," he says. Right? So we got talking and stuff like that, and it's that. So he said, "You have this sickness, this C word, the C word. I can't mention, obviously, right?" So at that point, my whole life turned upside down, right? Because I was really
Wow.
very concerned and worried about the
Mhm.
future, my family's future, my future, our savings, the kids' education,
Yes.
our retirement plan and stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
So it felt that was the lowest of my life, really, because at
Wow.
nighttime I can't even sleep. I was so worried. They said it is 99. They said it was 99.1% positive, right? Something like that,
Wow.
right?
Wow.
So
Mhm.
anyway, before the major surgery, I was obviously everybody was concerned.
Mhm.
Prayers all over my family and my wife, my kids. Went through the surgery, and guess what? It was negative.
Wow. Praise God. Yes.
I beat it by 0.9%.
Oh my gosh. What a blessing. What a
I
blessing.
know, yeah.
But
Yeah.
during that time, I was on long-term disability for 11 months. During that
Wow.
time, my whole perspective in life changed. Right, I really had to think about the future, my future, and my family's future. So I said to
Yes.
myself, I need to have more control over my life. After working so hard for 34 years, my doctor told me that I'm abusing my health. I'm abusing my body, right? And
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a true believer now that there are no um, high paying jobs that are not stressful, right? A
Yes,
lot,
of
most
course.
of the high
That's
paying
part of
jobs
it.
are very stressful, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I really had to think, and going back to this topic of a ripple effect, I really had to think as to what's going to happen to me, and what should I do next for my next chapter in life. And since then, I started looking for an online business, and that's why I said, I did try Amazon FBA, I tried drop shipping, I tried Etsy, and we also owned a traditional retail franchise business, right, with
Mm-hmm.
my wife.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried really everything, and nothing really nothing was sustainable. Nothing was really that sustainable. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then I found this digital business in 2023, and since then, um, so happy with it, and never look back. So, that it's very unfortunate that things has to happen for people to wake up, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I hope that doesn't happen to everyone. And
Mm-hmm.
if there's anything that you will learn from my journey is really don't wait for that drastic moment to happen. Take control of your life and make decision based on what you want and what your goals are, because life is too short. We are not promised tomorrow, right? We are not promised tomorrow. So yeah, that's
Wow.
fast track about me, coach.
Yes, wow, amazing, amazing backgrounds and stories,
Yeah.
Joseph and Aaron. Thank you for sharing that. So, for me, what we're doing right now for our 1 million viewers right now, we're trying to, oh, hi, how is everybody? Saif and Salina. Thank you
Salina,
for
yes.
watching,
Thank you,
Saif and
Selena.
Salina. Yes, and so we're just giving a short preview, like our background, like what led us to be where we are right now. So,
Mhm.
well, growing up in the Philippines, my we were a family of five. There's five of us. I'm the eldest, and and then my I have a sister and three brothers. So growing up, my parents, they were working very hard, right, to support us, to really give us the best education, the best trying to give us the best experiences. So I'm thankful to them for that. um, Although my mother became a widow very early, she was only 42 when my
Wow.
father, yeah, he perished in a he was a pilot, and he perished in a plane crash. He was only
Oh,
48.
Oh,
And you didn't know that, huh?
yeah.
no, no.
Yeah, so he was only 48 years old, and we were all in school, so that was devastating. So when that happened, when your parent is in the airline, in aviation, you never think that anything is going to happen to them. But he
Mm.
was my hero. So when that happened, it's like I lost my drive for school, for
Mhm.
life. It's like there's no, and we were all, my friends and I were very active in the student council, in all the committees. We were the heads of the committees. And after that happened, I lost my drive. But my mother was there. She's a very strong woman. She never remarried, and she dedicated her life to really uh, bring us up in the way that she wanted,
Mhm.
and brought us all through university. And I, of course, after a while, you have to adjust, and it got better. And now, I said, oh, I'm good now. So on with life, university. And but then my mother wanted me to follow her footsteps. She wanted me to go to the medical field. She wanted me to become a doctor like her. I said, I don't think that's for me. But you know how it is, huh? Sometimes, they can really, they want to influence you. They want, maybe their child or their children to follow their footsteps. But I had a mind of my own. I said, no, that's not what I want. Okay, but try something else in the medical field. How about dentistry or nursing? Hey, I will try dentistry. I tried it for a semester. I said, no, mom,
Wow.
it's not for me. And I cried because she was kind of forcing me to go the medical field. I said, no. I put my foot down. I said, no, that's not for me. And I took the course that I really wanted, right? And I'm happy I did that. But as I said, I have a mind of my own. So being in Cebu, I left home. I was offered a job as well in Manila, in the big city, and that's when I joined the airline, right? um, so coming to Canada, fast forward, coming to Canada, you know uh, you get married, and but life happens, so I became a solo parent to my son. So that's when I said, oh my gosh, I cannot depend on anybody else. I have to be strong. I
Yeah.
have to work to provide for my son. And I worked so hard in different fields until I went back to my field in social work. So, you know, coming from the airline and the corporate world and then now to social work, it really grounds you because you see people who were professionals, but because of life circumstances, because of their health, they ended up um, getting help from the government, right? And it's a good thing in Canada, we have that. It is like it's like a support system that anybody can access if you need help. In other
Mm.
countries, you don't have that.
Yeah.
So that really kept me grounded, right? And I knew that I needed something else because I cannot just depend on one income. Said
Yeah.
I was trying, like you, Joseph, you tried other businesses.
Yeah.
I tried other businesses too. But when I found this business, that's when I knew, oh, this is it. This is the answer. And so, and now, it really is enriching my life. I love it because it really helps with my personal growth and professional growth. Okay. So we
Wow.
better go back to topic because otherwise we'll just talk about this. This alone, we have to go back to these stories.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. But
Coach.
that is the, the ripple effect, right?
That
Mm,
is
yeah.
the ripple
That's our
effect.
topic. Yeah.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
is exactly our topic today. Oh
Coach,
my
one question, Coach. One question. Your dad, when it happened, the plane crash. Is it a domestic or international
God. Oh, it was domestic.
or domestic flight?
Yes, yes. Yeah, it was in Cebu actually.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
But he wasn't behind. He wasn't, the sad story is he wasn't behind the wheel. It was
Oh.
another
Um,
pilot.
oh no. Okay.
Yeah, it was another pilot. It was an executive plane, and sadly, all of them perished. That was just
Mm.
like, oh, thank you, Saif. Yeah, it is a heart touching, it is heart wrenching, really, when that happens, right? But this is the ripple effect. What will things happen to our lives? It
Yeah.
will either mar you or you
Hmm.
can learn from it and, bring yourself up and be a better person
True.
and
Yeah.
thrive because of that.
Yeah.
We tell these stories it's not to, just focus on that thing that happened to us. It is because the ripple effect. Then we have a choice.
Yeah.
Because of these things that happen to our lives, will you let that drag you down or will you let it lift you up? We have a choice. So this is where we are now. So Aryan, your story, Joseph, your story, my story, things happen, life happens, but it shows that we didn't let those things put us down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We actually were able to rise up from that and led our lives to where we are. So make this as an encouragement to everybody out there that no matter what happens, life goes on. It will be hard because life really is a matter of ups and downs.
Absolutely.
Life, like in business, there's ups and downs with that. But whatever it is, we should never, never, ever give up on life.
Yes.
Especially now we have families, right? We
Yeah.
have people who are depending on us.
True.
Wow, we should go back to this, huh? This is
Part two, part two.
Part two. We should go back to that, right? Because there's so many things. So let's make this. So that was the defining moment, right? So, what is the second question we have there, Ariane? Okay.
Yeah.
What keeps people from making a life changing decision? Like, what keeps people stuck to where they are, right? What do you think keeps people from making that one decision that could change their lives? Let's start with Joseph.
A good question, Coach. I think one of the biggest reasons people stay stuck is because they're waiting for certainty. They're waiting for certainty. They're looking for that sure thing kind of thing, right? But and there's no
Mm-hmm.
such thing as sure thing
Yes.
now these days, right? They want to know that everything will work out before they take that first step in a way. So unfortunately, that's not how life is really. I mean, the reality is life doesn't work that way, to be honest with you. Um, like for example, when my family immigrated here from the Philippines to Canada, my sort of parents didn't know exactly what the future would look like here. They just took a chance, right?
Yes.
Simply,
Yes.
they simply believe that they would have better opportunities for themselves and for the whole family, right? So looking back, the decision changed the course of all of our lives, right? But they took a gamble. Like I said, my mom and dad had a good career. Um, Hence, my dad did not want to leave and migrate here, but he took the chance because he was looking at it from the kid's perspective, right? From the kid's perspective. Um, so later in my career, I faced moments where I had to make decisions, like what happened to me when I had the surgery and I was off for 11 months. I really
Mm-hmm.
had to really think
Yes.
about what I'm going to do, and
Wow.
I really had to think very, very hard as to what I'm going to do as part of my next chapter in life. So,
Yes.
but one thing I've learned is that the growth I've learned is that growth rarely happens inside our comfort zone, right? I mean,
Correct.
that's something that
Yes.
I've learned
Yes.
over the years.
Very true.
Like fear is normal,
Yes.
uncertainty is normal, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the biggest risks or biggest risk isn't making the wrong decision. It's never making one actually at all. Like that's I think people have to really understand that if they don't make a decision, that's probably the biggest risk that they ever
Correct.
ever
Correct.
taken, right?
Oh my gosh, you're
So
so
yeah,
right.
so to me, it's a lessons learned for me because something happened to me with my surgery. It's a wake up call, but I hope, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
I hope people don't have to wait for that. People
Yeah.
really think about what they want to do in life,
Mm-hmm.
and it just so happens that that has happened to me and it's given me a second chance. So I said to myself, I think this is the right decision for me in any case, and this is my
Wow.
next chapter in life. So
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Joseph. How about Arian? Let's hear from Arian. Okay. So why do you think people are stuck from
Yeah.
making that decision that could change their lives?
Yes, thank you, Coach. I will actually agree with what Kuya said, because yeah, people wait for the perfect timing, and people
yeah.
are scared of what will happen
Mm,
next in their lives. But
mm,
also with that fear, I think what I see with many people, especially those that I've talked to in the recent months
mm-hmm.
about the business as well, is that many people underestimate themselves.
Yes,
Kasi they easily compare.
yes.
They easily compare, like, okay, I think you have the money, that's why you're there. Or maybe I think I cannot do this enough because you're an IT professional and I'm not,
Yeah.
those kind of things, right? So yeah, I think they underestimate themselves. And looking back in my own journey, like I felt like I wasn't really ready for this kind of thing when I started it,
Mm-hmm.
because again, I'm an IT professional. Like I'm really used to being in the corporate world, like doing programming and that stuff, business analysis,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
And I'm not the client facing gal.
Mm.
in the office, right? But
Mhm. Mhm.
being a business owner now really changed me, because from that shy person, very shy person, to being in front of the camera now, doing these things, being a business owner, having the confidence to really speak with our customers and the people in the community, right?
Yes, yes.
I
Mhm.
mean that decision changed me from that person to what I do now, and I'm really very proud of that. And I think that is what the people need to understand, is that they really have to go through these stuff, just like what Kuya Joseph said,
Yeah.
because risks are part of life, right?
Hmm.
It's already part of life, like it's
Oh,
always
yes,
going to be
yes.
there, right? But what will you do with it? And I think that's what really keeps people stuck.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ariane. Okay. So, really, to summarize this, really, thank you. Thank you for your input. And what keeps people from making that one decision that could change their lives? Correct. Fear of failure. They're afraid to fail, right?
Mm,
Or fear of judgment, the family, what will the family think, their
mm,
friends, their circle of influence, the community, right? And they're in their comfort zone, like, I'm
mm,
already comfortable, why should I change it, right? I'm already okay, why should I risk
mm,
changing it? I'm comfortable right now. Waiting for the perfect time, oh my gosh, so true. There is no perfect time, just do it. Or
Nope.
lack of belief in themselves. That's so true, because everybody is more capable of doing what they think they cannot do, because they
mm.
never thought outside their comfort zone,
Yeah.
right? And that is proof, like here, just among the three of us, right? And among the how many people that we have now in the business, more than 280,000 people that
Yep.
started this business, when a lot of them, most of them, didn't have any background at all in business,
True.
right? So thank you very much. Okay, let's be mindful of the time. So the next one, what is our next question, Ariane? Mm,
Small, consistent decisions that
really, the
create
small,
lasting.
consistent decisions, right? That create lasting transformation, right?
Yeah.
So um, people think that life changes overnight. No,
Mm.
but it is really the small, consistent decisions that create lasting transformation, right?
Yeah.
What do you think will that be? What are the small, consistent decisions in our lives, Ariane?
For me, coach,
Well,
it's
Money.
building the habits, right? Building
Yes.
habits, yeah. Because I think people don't really understand like how important the routines, the habits are in our life. Because a lot of people, like, they just let life happen to them. And I was like that before too. Like, I just let life happen to me. I live day by day. And
Mm.
I just go, wake up in the morning, I go to work, I go back home, and then take care of my kids, and then sleep, and then the next day that's gonna happen again, like over and over again. And we just, if there's a life changing event, I just let life happen to me, and then I just try to get past that or get through that. Try to think of a solution, and that's it. But life really happens, but we have to take control of our life. We really have to learn how to build those habits so that we can, at least mitigate those risks, because again, risks are part of life. And
Yes.
yeah, and if we take control of our life, we
mhm.
we easily, like, can have the chance to, like, really put ourselves out there, and then make small decisions that can really change our lives in the long run. So yeah,
Wow.
those small habits really
Yes.
are important.
Oh, correct. Thank you so much, Ariane. Joseph, your
Mm.
input on that.
What was the question again? Sorry, I had
Like
a nano
small
nap.
decisions and big, that's okay. It happens.
I'm
People
joking.
often think life changes overnight, right? But
Yeah.
isn't it really the small, consistent decisions
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
create lasting transformation?
Yeah, yeah, and I totally
Aryan
agree.
said habits, daily habits, right?
Yeah, yeah. With me, Ariane said it. It's consistency, right, and discipline, right? To me, I learned over the years that you have to be consistent in life, and whatever you do, whether it's at work, whether it's your personal things that you do, you have to be consistent, and you have to have that discipline. Just for example, like for example, our health, right? Our health. You have to be disciplined in terms of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish in your health, like whether it's to lose weight, to gain weight, or to lose what do you call this, cholesterol, right? To cure
Mm-hmm.
diabetes and stuff.
Lower cholesterol.
You
Yeah.
have to be disciplined and you have to be consistent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those small things do add up, because if you do them on a daily basis, eventually, after a few days or after a few weeks, you will see good result, or successful results, right? So to me, discipline and consistency, like Ariane said, are very, very important. Now, a lot of people see, people, someone's success overnight, and sorry, they see people's success and they think it happened overnight, right? But
Yes,
we don't
yes.
see years of preparation, years of learning, years of consistent effort behind the scenes, right? So, I just reflect back, and during my career, my success didn't come from one big moment. It really took a lot of years for me to get to where I got to eventually, right? But it came to me like consistency every day, working very hard, being disciplined in terms of what I do, consistent in terms of what I say, what I do with my, especially when you're actually leading a group of people. You're the
Mm-hmm.
leader, of course, right? You have to be, you have to show, um, you kind of walk the talk kind of thing, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
have to, I guess, show, well, you have to show by example. Like you have to do it yourself so that you can show the same examples to your team, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
continuing to learn, solving problems, building relationships with my coworkers, my colleagues and stuff like that. That's all consistency and discipline, right?
Yes.
So with this
Oh
digital
my God.
business, so with this
Mm-hmm.
digital business, I didn't wake up one morning with everything figured out, right? I watched every training, every video training,
Yes.
joined every daily drop-in Zooms, watched the webinar, have conversation coaching calls, with my coaches,
Mm-hmm.
one lesson at a time, and one relationship at a time, with speaking to and connecting with other business partners, right? So to me, small decisions may not be significant today, but when it's repeated consistently with discipline, they can completely
Oh
change
my
your future.
gosh. My business partners, awesome, awesome input, Arian and Joseph. You covered it all, right? You covered the daily habits, right? What
Mhm.
decisions create lasting transformation. You're right. We didn't come here. This is our episode 39. We didn't go to
That's
39 today. We had to start with episode one,
fun.
2, 3, and so forth. So those are learnings, right? We are consistent. We were dedicated. No matter what happens, yes, we have to go on. We have to do this podcast, right? So can you imagine? This alone, it shows that we were consistent, we were persistent, we had grit, we had determination, we never gave up, right? So those are habits. We're talking about habits, learning something new. We didn't come today, the business knowing everything. We
Yep.
start from learning day one, okay, chapter one, chapter two, right? Lessons, meeting new people. It also enriches your life, your experience, right? Investing in personal growth. What are we doing? No. Personal growth, professional growth, showing up consistently. It's like brushing your teeth. You can't say, wow, you're great, you're brushing your teeth, because that is a habit that we do. We're told to brush your teeth at least 3 times a day, right? But for some people, it is, twice a day, once in the morning and once before going to bed, right? So, we didn't just wake up and then we brush your teeth. No, it was a daily habit. As you said, Joseph, like going to the gym. you know, this is consistent. Wow, you go to the gym. Wow, you have muscles. You didn't get muscles on day one. You have to build to that. You know, you start off with light exercises,
Correct.
5 pounds, 10 pounds, until you go to 50 pounds, 100 pounds weight lifting, right?
Oh.
So you get the drift, right? So it is a matter of, creating these transformations.
Mm.
Yes. Oh my gosh, we can talk more and more about this. The last one. What is the last one, Ariane?
Okay.
Yeah, so what would you say to someone who knows they need to make a change but is still afraid to take the first step, right? So,
Mhm.
your words of wisdom. Words of
Mm.
wisdom na ito. How about Ariane?
Yeah.
Words of wisdom.
Okay. Fear will always be there, but don't let that fear make the decision for you. Because
Hmm.
it will always be there. The confidence is developed, and you get more and more experienced as you go along.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of uncertainties in life. But if you wait until you feel completely ready, baka you won't get that really perfect timing or what you're waiting for,
Mm-hmm.
an
Mm-hmm.
opportunity really. Because I wouldn't have started this business if I was thinking of that thing. Um and you don't need to have everything figured out today or when you sign up, right? That's also the reason why we have these info sessions, these videos for you, because that's when you learn. That's where you're going to learn everything about the online business. And you just need to be willing to really take the first step because you're going to learn along the way. Even us who's already here, we are still learning. This is lifelong learning.
Yes.
And again, as we said earlier, every small step that we do
Mm-hmm.
here, it's really preparing us for something bigger. Just like what you
Correct.
said
Correct.
earlier, Coach
Yes.
Mildred, right? Like we really have to feel that we are already in that place that we really wanted
Yes.
before
Yes.
we even achieve that level
Mm-hmm.
in
Mm-hmm.
life, right?
Yes. Yes.
And just have faith. Just have faith in anything, everything you do, just have faith.
Mhm.
So that's for me, coach.
Thank you, Ariane. Joseph, words of
Uh,
wisdom. What
yeah,
would you tell somebody who's afraid to take the first step?
I would say first thing is it's okay to be afraid, right? It's normal. It's normal, right? Being afraid, having that fear, it's really really normal. Um, every meaningful decision I've ever made came with some uncertainty, actually, right? So it's not it's not abnormal for being afraid and having some fear. The idea is really to do your own research,
Mm-hmm.
to sort of answer some of those underlying concerns, right? Or whether it's challenges or whatever, they have to feel at ease. So the only way to do that is really do research, asking a lot of questions, and taking, baby steps. Right? Baby steps are very, very important. So I've learned taking baby steps gives you a bit of courage, right? It gives you a bit of a sense of it give you a sense of pride, but at the same time, it gives you a
Mm-hmm.
sense of accomplishment that you're doing the right thing. So, but one thing that I learned is that courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is really taking the next step, even when you don't exactly know how everything would unfold, right? So there's that uncertainty, but you just have to take baby steps, and so that you feel comfortable in doing so. I like what Ariane said, right? I mean, everyone, all of us face fear, but we have to sort of mitigate them. Mitigating meaning we have to find answers for them, whether
Mm-hmm.
we either deny it, or we do something about it, right?
Yeah.
So people, want to people always want to see the whole staircase, but they really shouldn't. They should really just have enough faith, what Ariane said, and take that baby step, that first step, right? And I want people to remember as well that your first step doesn't have to be a giant leap, right? It doesn't have to be a
Correct, correct.
big
Yeah.
step. Just take those small steps, small initiatives from time to time, and see where it takes you. But have that courage, have that belief, or have that faith along with it. Sometimes it's simply asking the right questions, or reading a book, or attending a webinar, or
Mm-hmm.
listening to a
Mm-hmm.
conversation, right? But those small steps often become the beginning of your next chapter. So that's my answer, Coach.
Oh my gosh, we should have a part two of this because these are just so many nuggets, right?
Yes.
I mean, yes, we understand, people are afraid to make a decision because maybe of their circumstance, they were never exposed to anything like this. They
Yeah.
led comfortable lives. And it's also a matter of their environment,
True.
who they grew up with, right? Who they surround themselves with. So if you meet other people that think differently from you and you are curious, pick their brain, ask them questions.
Yeah.
Do not be afraid.
Yeah.
Just ask. And maybe that will open your mind to a whole new world. Like, oh my gosh, this is something new. I never thought that this was possible. I never even thought this was
Yeah.
available, right? It opens
Yeah.
your mind. And
Because
that's
what if they become successful, right?
That's right. Like they ask, oh, what if I fail? Oh, what if it doesn't? But what if you fly? What
Yeah.
if you succeed? Right? Think of it that way because you already covered all of it, right? You say you don't have to know everything or you don't have to see the whole staircase. You have to take one step at a time till you get there
Mm.
because progress is also better than perfection.
Yeah.
One step at a time. You didn't become an IT professional on day one. You went to school, first year university, second year university, and every day you went to school,
Went to
right?
training. Went to training.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Monday through Friday, and sometimes
Mhm.
weekends,
Mm.
Yeah.
right? And then there were examinations, right?
Yeah.
Exams and all that. So it just doesn't happen overnight, right?
Nope.
Um, because the life we want really begins with courage to make that decision, right? I listen a lot to, like, earlier today I was listening to another podcast about envisioning the life that you want. Like, you already have to think you're there.
Mm.
Think you're there. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, right? Who encourage you and who keeps your mind thinking like it is working. Your mind is working, right? Oh my
Mm.
gosh, there's so many things that we can talk about, right?
Yeah.
And this is here, all the wisdom from these two IT professionals and from worldwide travel, being exposed to all kinds of environments.
Mm.
This has been such a wonderful, wonderful session. I want to thank you, Arian, my co
Thank you
host
so
here,
much.
Arian and Joseph, for today's presentation, the ripple effect, right? Thank you so much.
Good
And
topic, Coach.
so,
Good topic.
oh, thank you so much. So remember, as we start this, the ripple effect, your decisions that you make, right? Every great journey begins with a single decision. Mm,
Yeah.
right? So
Yep.
you may not be able to see that ripple effect today, but one choice made with faith, with courage, and integrity can influence your future in
Mm.
ways you never imagined. So don't underestimate the power of one decision. It might just become the turning point in your life. So, as we finish this today, I want to challenge our viewers and for those who are going to be watching the replay, you know, ask yourself, what is one decision that you've been putting off? One conversation, one opportunity, one act of courage? Because your future may not be changed by one giant leap, but by one small decision you make today. So
Wow.
that is it. Thank you so much, everybody, for
Thank you,
listening,
Coach.
for tuning
Thank you,
in.
Ariane.
I also love this topic. There's so much more, right? The ripple
Yeah.
effect. There's so more. There's so much more. I think we will have a part two of this.
That's what
More,
hap- that's
right?
what happens when you come back from the cottage.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
That's what I was about to say.
No, it is so true, right? It's like now because I was away in the cottage for more than a week. It's like, oh my gosh, my thoughts are deeper because it gets you away from your everyday life, you know? So sometimes you need to do that. Whether
Reset.
it's going just to the library or going to a place in a coffee shop you've never been before, you don't have to go to the cottage to do that. But being in a place where you've never been before, it really does something to your mind. It
Yes.
makes you think about life. Like, where am I? Am I content? Am I happy with where I am right now? Or can I do more? Because listen, the truth is, each one of us was born with a potential. It is up to us to tap to that potential. God has given us all the skills, right?
Mm.
And He has given us the ability to learn more skills. So it is up to us to tap into that potential. We have to believe in ourselves, believe that we are here for a reason, not just for ourselves, but to be an impact to your family, to your community, and to the world at large. So
Yes.
thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in.
Oh,
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much, Ariane and Joseph.
Thank
Until
you. Thank
next
you.
Wednesday, join us for episode 40. Oh
40.
my God.
Wow.
Who's on next week? Is it Ariane or Joseph? Oh,
it's,
Joseph.
it's me, I think. Yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah. I think it's me.
Oh, Ariane. Okay. There you go. Okay, so
Thank
thank
you
you so
both.
much.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
See you
everybody.
guys.
Bye
See
for
you
Bye
next
now.
for
week.
now.
See you next week,
Next week. See you
Wednesday.
next